All right, let's unlock the secret science behind the songs you love and maybe discover a little bit of musical genius you didn't even know you had.
You know that moment when you're just walking around, maybe doing chores, and you start humming a little tune that just popped into your head out of nowhere? Well, if you've done that, then you've already found the key to musical creativity.
See, that's really all musical creativity is. It's the skill of mixing and matching sounds in new ways. It's not some kind of magic power that only a few people are born with. It's more like a spark that everyone has. And just like any other skill, the more you use it, the stronger it gets.
So, where does this spark actually come from? Well, let's dive into the engine room of all this creativity, your very own brain.
This quote absolutely nails it. When you listen to or play music, your brain doesn't just sit back and listen. It lights up like fireworks. It's one of the only things we do that activates almost every single part of the brain at once, building new connections and literally making your mind stronger and faster.
And here's where it gets really interesting. Music forces the two halves of your brain to team up. Your left brain, the logical side, is busy figuring out the timing and the structure. Meanwhile, your right brain is handling all the emotion and the melody. This mental teamwork is exactly why musicians are often amazing problem solvers. And we can go even deeper. Your auditory cortex is processing the notes, your motor cortex gets you tapping your feet, and you're actually using mathematical thinking to keep track of the rhythm, all without even realizing it. This constant activity actually rewires your brain's connections, which is scientifically proven to boost your memory and your ability to focus.
Okay, so we've seen how our brains are basically hardwired for music. Now, let's take a look at how the tools we use to make it have changed right alongside us. The big takeaway here is that creativity and technology have always been partners. Thousands of years ago, we used hollow bones to make flutes. Later, incredible engineering gave us things like the piano. Then the electric guitar came along and completely changed live music forever. And today, computers let us literally invent sounds that have never existed in nature. Each new tool has totally reinvented what music can be.
All right, I know what you might be thinking. This all sounds a little complex, right? But honestly, getting started on your own musical journey is way more straightforward than it seems.
It really just breaks down into a few simple steps. First, you just learn the basics, how to hold it, where your fingers go. Then, a little bit of daily practice, even just 30 minutes, starts to build what's called muscle memory, so your hands start to know what to do on their own. Learning to read music opens up a whole universe of songs, and getting some feedback from a teacher helps you fix mistakes before they turn into bad habits.
Now, before you even think about notes or melody, you have to understand rhythm. Just think of it as the literal heartbeat of music. It's that pattern of sounds and quiet moments that gives a song its whole foundation. It's the part you can feel in your chest at a concert. It's what makes you want to move.
And once you've got that heartbeat, you can build a whole song right on top of it. You know, most of the hit songs you love, they follow a pretty simple formula. The verse is where you tell the story. Then you hit the chorus. That's the big, catchy part that gets stuck in your head. And the bridge, that's a section that switches things up just to keep it interesting before you come back for that one last epic chorus.
But music is so much more than just technical parts and structures. It's really all about how it makes us feel and how it connects us with other people.
I love this idea. Composers are basically painters, but they use sound instead of color. And they have two main palettes to work with: major scales, which sound bright and happy, and minor scales, which feel more serious or maybe a little mysterious. Just by choosing one over the other, they can totally guide how you're meant to feel. And this, right here, is the real magic. Music is a universal language. You don't need to speak the same language as an artist to feel the joy or the sadness or the excitement in their song. You just feel it.
It's also a massive social connector. I mean, think about it. Music helps define a whole culture's identity. It creates brand new types of music when different styles get mixed together. It connects you to your parents through the songs they love. And if you ever play in a band, it teaches you everything about teamwork.
All right, so let's bring it all home by looking at the incredible tools you have at your fingertips right now, and what that means for the future of music.
It has never, ever been easier to make your own music. A digital audio workstation, or a DAW, is basically a professional recording studio that fits on your laptop. Synthesizers let you create sounds that no one has ever heard before. And of course, social media lets you share your work with the entire planet, instantly.
But, and this is super important to remember, all of that technology is just a tool. Even with all the futuristic gadgets you can imagine, the best songs will always come from the human heart. They'll always be about a real experience or a powerful feeling you just have to share. So here's the bottom line.
The future of music isn't written yet. It's a completely wide open space. You have the tools. You definitely have that creative spark inside you. The only question left is, what will your song say?